Hey yo, y'all, welcome to WatchaMania. It's AEW Dynamite, Cleveland, Ohio, January 29th, 2020. All Elite Wrewind Watchalong. I'm your host, Abby Doug. How we doing, y'all? Am I late? You are absolutely not late. I do believe you are on time. Welcome in, friend. You're going to be able to make it for the full 2-hour episode of Dynamite, barring circumstances. Of course, whatever may come up. Life is life, you know. But it is looking like it's going to be us returning to a relatively normal Dynamite setting, because we just had back to back. It was the AEW Homecoming episode, then it was the AEW Dynamite Anniversary, then we had AEW Bash at the Beach, and then Dynamite Rocket Wrestling Rage at Sea. It's been a chain, but looking like it's going to be steady, conventional episodes of Dynamite up until Revolution, save for, of course, the 10 lashings we'll be getting next week and the steel cage match that we're getting in 3 weeks. It's a fun time. I love how they've stacked the deck for weeks ahead of time, which makes sense if you only have one show a week. I mean, Dark notwithstanding, if you only have one show a week, then you really do need to make each installment something to look forward to ahead of time. I think it's good stuff. I think it's really good stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing it play out all over again in real time. Do drop a thumbs up, by the way, y'all, if you could be so kind. While we get settled in here before the start of the show, I'm going to get the show going, start at the top of the hour. So, however you may be watching it on your own end, of course, we will sync up at the 0-0 mark. But if you can't watch it on your own, don't worry about it. Join the Discord. We sidecast everything over there. It's a couple of clicks and getting verified and all that jazz, but it's about 10 seconds, and then you just jump in the curtain, let us know here in YouTube chat, and we move you on over. You see the little go checks thing it mentions in the message there? That's the way the mods check up and, make sure it's still a watch-along for watch-along's sake. But other than that, the show's all yours. Even when it comes to, like, pay-per-views and stuff. We did that for Double or Nothing the other night. 2025, mind you. It worked out very well. So, sort of. I realized it was a missed opportunity to not change the background to, like, the Rock and Wrestling Rager setup and the Bash of the Beach setup. Cheese. Yes, go position. Also, oh, sorry. The curtain, also known as Cheesecake Factory. Solely because Jesse willed it into existence. Yeah, y'all, you'll be able to see the full match card in the description below for tonight's show. If you're wondering what's going on, it should be in order as well. So, do you peep that? And we're going to be hearing from Jon Moxley. I remember that right off the top of my head. That's right, Young Bucks versus Butcher and the Blade. The Trios main event. I almost said Trio 6-man tag. What am I doing? Yeah, we'll be seeing Cody in action as well. So weird. Putting that in perspective. But yes, for context of what's going on in AEW at the moment, we just recently, as in last week recently, had the crowning of the second ever tag team champions. Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page won the tag team titles from Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian of SCU at the Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea. In what was, at the very least at the end, an all Hangman showcase. And sure enough, later in the night, the Bucks came in to congratulate them, and it quickly became Hangman excluding himself. So we're going to see how Hangman chooses to damage his friendships, despite the fact that he's champions with one of them. And we're getting started inside the hour here. Speaking of Kenny, this is his music playing. Shout out Enix. Great music. Very talented individual, very skilled individual. I'd check them out. The link to their channel. They just hit 17K. That's awesome. I just noticed that. Yeah, the link is in the description below, and we drop messages periodically here as well to put them on because they deserve that much. But that is all for the music. We're gonna dive on in. So yes, if you got the show up on your own, get ready to go. I'm gonna drop it at the count. I'm not gonna focus too much on maintaining that sync just because we don't have anybody who's out here like actively calling for it. So if you need a sync and you're here live, pop in chat real quick at any point. If you're watching on VOD, comment and let me know that I threw you off. But I do think on VOD it is a little more beneficial there. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get underway in 3, 2, 1, go. And there it is. Oh, they're giving us our last week on AEW Dynamite. Insert DBZ interlude. We literally saw Hangman left the group of his friends and instead went to go celebrate in the crowd. I was so ready for him to hit us with the "I can't swim."
Young Bucks, you're going to experience full death.
That should do it. Jon Moxley, the #1 contender for Chris Jericho's AEW Championship. Finish what I started at Revolution. Moxley, you shouldn't give up when you had the chance. Jericho, Moxley, Revolution. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to AEW Dynamite. We are live can be from Cleveland State University.
Ayo, welcome in, Rhea. How it goes. Ooh, that is a little louder than I thought it would be. Wow, the audio is balanced different back then. Well, actually, I know this to be true. You officially started rocking the eye patch look here.
There's a lot of words that can easily describe Jon Moxley, but he is a very diverse and at times complex individual. Tell you, that was a heck of a battle a week ago.
That one guy in the red hoodie really wanted some attention. It worked. I noticed him. I just didn't see the logo he was really trying to point. Wardlow owns MJF. Wow. Those signs started early.
Of Jon Moxley, the eye that was nearly gouged out by Chris Jericho.
I love how he's just not tagging fans' hands. He did like 2 or 3 people and he said, nah, I'm not going to be that guy. Never mind. And just kept walking down and people did not care. But yeah, how you doing, Rhea? How's your day been to you?
Chicago, Illinois, for AEW Revolution on pay-per-view, BR Live, or Fight TV. The reason you say that because it's not only going to be a great pay-per-view, all the tickets are sold.
It's going to be an electrifying night. There is no question about that. Look at Moxley.
He's the maestro here tonight.
Yes, sir. He's calling out to the fans. Acknowledge it.
Moxley is the maestro of mayhem here tonight, Tony.
Very good.
Maestro of Mayhem. I like that. Nice. Hell yeah, we love indulging in creatives.
I gotta tell you, it was right around the time I got stabbed in the eye with a metal spike that it occurred to me. I guess the fun and games with Chris Jericho are over. Now, I've known this was coming for a long time, and now it's official. February 29th, AEW Revolution on pay-per-view in Chicago. Moxley, Jericho, AEW World Championship.
What's that laugh?
Now, Chris Jericho is the final obstacle in my way that stands between me and the top of the mountain here in AEW. but it's a lot more than a wrestling match. It's not just possibly the greatest of all time, Chris Jericho. It's also everything that comes along with him. It's the inner circle. It's the mind games. You see, Chris Jericho is the type of man that orchestrates 5-on-1
Yo, that's
downs.
that'd be wild, right?
Kind of man who hides
Ridiculous funds for
behind his
wrestling
voice.
YouTube.
The kind of man who tried to take my eyesight. The kind of man who smashed Dustin Rhodes' arm in a car door. The kind of man that maimed Cody Rhodes' face. How far back do you want to go? This guy stole Ray's mask. Hell, this dude punched a woman, for crying out loud. Now,
Fast forward to Death Rider to Willow.
I'm perfect. I have made every
Oh,
mistake
paradigm shift to
before.
Willow.
I'm no hero. I'm no role model. I'm no saint. I don't have to wear a white hat or a black hat, but I make damn sure at the end of every day I can look at myself in the mirror, because all the championships and money in the world don't mean nothing if you don't have your honor, if you don't live by a code. I don't know
What were those gauges?
sees when he looks in the mirror, but I'll tell you what I see.
Did y'all see that
I
guy?
see an insecure egomaniac. I see a manipulator, a liar. I see a coward and a bully. And boy, oh boy, do I hate bullies. So let me tell you what's going to happen on February 29th. Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle will have a target pointed square at my head. But I will look right back down the barrel of that gun. And I won't blink. I won't flinch. I won't hesitate. I will take Chris Jericho out. I will I will take the AEW World Championship from Chris Jericho. And Chris, there ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Who are hybrids too?
Chris,
That
it's
is.
not about the kind of man you are.
And Helico
Man, you're
and Jack Evans.
And hey, that is to say, if Chris Jericho even makes it to Revolution on February 29th, see, I'm no dummy. I know I'm going to have to spend the next 3 or 4 weeks, with my one eye in the back of my head, looking out around every dark corner, making sure that the Inner Circle is not going to try to take me out, so I don't even have to make it to the pay-per-view. I'm not going to have the patience for that. I say, Chris, let's just get your ass kicking out of the way right here, right now, tonight. Wow. And for once, in your punk ass life, take your beating like a man.
Oh, all right, just like that. Okay, into the mute. Oh my God, click. My mouse went right up the button, then right below the button, and then right above the button. That was rough. People started to sing his song. The way they sung his song before anybody else's is kind of nuts. Bro is literally just sitting here letting his song soak. Renee. I almost called you Renee. Why'd I almost call you Renee? Wow, I am that low on sleep. Right, I can't.
Now, Moxley, it makes me laugh when I hear you talk about what you've done and what you deserve and what you earn. What you earned was a spike to the eye. And that's what you deserve, because all you had to do was say yes to my offer of joining the Inner Circle, but you didn't, and now look at you. You look like a jacked up...
I'm actually gonna have to.
Jack
Mm,
Whoa!
We're,
Yo ho ho!
didn't just hit us with the Jack Sparrow.
Because you're stupid. Because all you had to do was say yes. You know, I saw your mother backstage before. She was looking especially fetching. Maybe I'll give her a call later. But I told her,
Bro needs to
I
relax.
went and apologized to her for what happened to you. And I told her the reason why. I told her it's your fault. It's your fault you're in the position you're in
Yeah.
because I offered you the keys to the kingdom and instead you smashed a bottle over my head and this is where it ends up today. So Moxley,
Is this the Jericho Cruise? No, that was last week, my
you
friend.
want to challenge Chris Jericho? Huh? You think you have what it takes to beat Le Champion? You don't even have what it takes to blink with both eyes.
Damn.
But if you want to fight here in Cleveland tonight, you want to fight me? You want to fight me, huh? You want to see it? You want to see it? Go to hell.
Yep, there it is. Shall be his name.
Cleveland doesn't deserve to see Le Champion one-on-one. And besides, you know me. I always travel with the inner circle. I don't go anywhere without my boys. Come on out, boys.
I guess this is one of the 4 times they get to use the inner circle theme.
Chris Jericho knows there is strength in numbers, especially with someone as dangerous as John Moxley out for revenge. Sammy Guevara, Santana and Ortiz, Jake Hager.
Why? Why do they need this big ass theme? They couldn't just use Judas?
So I see, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you up there. So you think probably I'm going to walk in to another 5-on-1 beatdown because, you know, I'm crazy and I'm stupid, right? The thing you may not know, Chris, where you're wrong is, it's not 5 against 1. See, I was born and raised right here in the great state of Ohio.
Oh, just the house symbol. You get our dark order out of here. Yeah, no, the thing is, he got his eye stabbed 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wait! I've always wanted to do that, thank you. The way I see it, it's 5 against me and this entire arena. And hell, I actually kind of like those odds.
What? He wants to go.
Like,
Wants to fight. And he doesn't care about 5 standing on the top of the ramp.
he's really just gonna stroll up.
You know what? Shut up! Moxley, you really are a stupid son of a bitch. You know that? Just like everybody from OHIO, whatever the hell that was. Let me tell you one thing. I knew you'd be stupid enough to challenge us. And even though the Inner Circle could kick the shit out of you again, like we have before, I decided to make it a little bit more fun. So we brought in some South Bronx street thugs, courtesy of Santana and Ortiz. Bring them down, brother. Yeah!
Hey,
Where you at? Hootie hoo?
what?
What in the world is this?
Let's just like,
The ranks of the inner circle have
So the way I
swelled.
see it, it's now 10 of us and 1 of you. Oh yeah, and all your little idiot friends from Ohio. And I'd be happy to beat the hell out of each and every one of you. And I'm going to start with this one right here. Come on, boys.
we go, guys.
So where does this go?
How can Jericho be
This is a rare instance of opening, at least in this era, of opening Dynamite with a segment.
And Ortiz leading the charge down the ramp with
It's an axe handle. A weapon. Call it what it is. Oh, take your eye off the prize and get DDT'd.
and look at this.
It literally did just jump into there.
Just no way
That's
to hell
something else.
Anybody.
They're gonna have to pull this. They're gonna have to just get in the middle of this.
That was odd.
You can survive this 9-on-1 attack now. Referees are out. Security
Being a
is out.
death threat. Not exactly.
Did it surprise anyone that he would jump into the fray like that, even though it was 10-1?
Hey, Moxley is fearless. It is his destiny and his view to become the AEW champion. But look at this.
Atlas Security doing everything they can to restrain the #1 contender.
Honestly, that went a lot better for him than I thought it would have.
Has gone straight to hell.
Moxley again.
And it's right back into the mess he goes. But it definitely does. I would say it definitely comes with consequences to T's joining, only to then get the jump on them, like Mox did.
John Moxley. They can relate. They can identify. He is their man. Much to the
Carefully,
chagrin of the
segment of
AEW
anything, carefully half
Their
professionals.
next champion as well.
John Moxley with the support, the full-throated support of the state of Ohio.
Jericho is irate that his grandiose plan backfired. Oh, man.
We've got about a month until Revolution,
That eye looks horrible.
so you know there's a lot going to be going on.
I mean, yeah, that actually is the case, 'cause it's January 29th for this episode, and Revolution is February 29th. Yeah, just probably just.
The AEW title on February 29th in Chicago.
Ooh.
It's sold out. It's available on pay-per-view.
Is it really?
That's
It's.
the most eager anticipated
Damn, I wish they knew that.
in a long time.
It is certainly
Things would have been moved around to do something for that. Yeah, I'm thinking we could probably squeeze a watch party in on the Discord.
Happen in the next
It would have to be tonight.
you know that Chris
It'd have to be
Jericho
tonight after this stream.
in a front like this lying down. Things
Or-
may only get worse
Oh, they
for
will.
John Moxley from here on out.
Count on it. They'll get worse. But, folks, they may get better here tonight because we got an outstanding lineup for you.
Yeah, honestly, I figured it was just going to be something that I ended up missing because I got spoiled by on some stuff. So it would just kind of been a little disingenuous to do a live reaction stream. But at the same time, I know there's a few people who have been asking about it, so it's like
Be in action.
we should try and make it happen sometime.
Hitting Big Swole.
Kip Sabian says he'll step up
Sure,
for
Theo,
anyone
right?
to get what he wants. He'll get his shot tonight against Cody. Kip Sabian, super bad with Penelope Ford against Cody. With
Did they announce this sooner? And I just missed it. It's possible I just missed it.
Amazing Young Bucks taking on the Butcher and the Blade with Bunny at ringside. Tag team action could be a main event anywhere in AEW land. Wow. Well, folks, here's a little something from MJF. You're not gonna believe this.
Wow, the ROH Twitter doesn't have anything going on about it right now. That's kind of mind blowing. Enjoy fun things. Got to catch it tomorrow after work, but I'll keep an eye out for any announcement on this. Appreciate you, Jordan. Thank you much, man. Yes, I'll work out the kinks, and you'll hear. Cheers, lad. I'm Bruce. It's Armin Anderson. He blocked the black message. Another payment has been made.
Well, that was a provocative piece of video that we secured. It looked like a deal went down.
Well, we've understood that MJF does have some sort of business dealings with the Butcher.
The way they're coming out to MJF's music, they have their own music.
And
Why does
MJF
they even have a butcher shop?
has been
I-
very successful
I don't think it took place at the arena, but now I kind of want it to, so I can join you in asking that question, because that would be. I would love to all of a sudden get a segment of this is the lore behind this arena butcher shop.
And they were hired specifically to get revenge for what the Young Bucks did last week to MJF.
Ladies and gentlemen, this amazing matchup will be next. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
MJF loves to make his way around the arena and have people pay homage to him, to kiss the ring.
There's a lot of naive people ex-Calvin in this world.
Yeah, pay homage.
Pay homage. What's he done yet?
He did win that first ever
My
Dynamite
goodness, sorry, man, you're so black now.
He defeated Hangman
What
Adam
is the
Page
arena butcher
to
shop?
win that Dynamite Diamond ring.
References.
And he hired a massive amount
I
of
don't
men.
think so.
This mountain
I think the idea of the ring
with Cody.
isn't necessarily based on. Wait, no. There was some ring business in WCW, wasn't there?
Be there.
We're all going to be there on the 19th.
He's overbearing.
Rude
That was incredibly obnoxious.
stacked a lot of things in Cody's way.
I think the Hall of Fame ring, yeah. Was that a Hall of Fame ring situation?
Is that what goes down on Long Island?
Is that what it was?
Maybe in Plainview.
The way his music just solid resets.
Well, this is interesting people watching.
Interesting sign, too, actually.
What's wrong with standing with your wife?
Somebody were thinking about checking IDs.
MJF not making.
Don't do it, young lady. Pass.
Don't kiss the ring.
Don't kiss the ring. Oh, for
Oh, he did it.
What some people will do.
Oh, and here he comes back up to the stage to join the booth, I believe.
be mistaken. Now, maybe I'm just being delusional. It looks like MJF may be coming our way.
Well, he's pointing over here to us.
And we're
I may be delusional, but he might be coming our way. He's pointing at us. I don't think there's much delusion to it. Seems pretty realistic.
Tony, do you have anybody help you put your headset on?
Yeah, I do. Never mind.
Yeah, I do. He did. He didn't realize that was an opportunity to kayfabe. I feel like this is ringing loud. The powers of me. No,
Back live here
like
on
actually though.
TNT, awaiting the arrival of the amazing Young Bucks. But in the meantime, gentlemen, we've been joined at our broadcast position by none other than Matthew Jacob Friedman.
It's Maxwell Jacob Friedman,
Oh,
Jim.
yeah, sorry.
Please,
MJF.
please.
No, did he? I want him to have done that on purpose because that was hilarious. Matthew Jacob Friedman is great.
They're such great guys, huh? Yeah, they almost took my life.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. They threw me in a pool, right? It's all fun and games. I don't know how to swim, Tony. So is that real funny? No, it's not.
Actually, it's hilarious because, dog, why do you, who live on a coastal state,
People that wear
not know? You live on an island.
over here, I
You live on an island.
Cody Schiavone has to wear 2, maybe 3 layers when he goes in the pool.
Well, this will be an outstanding matchup, be that as it may.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mock people who can't swim because it's a very understandable thing for most people. But when you are a no pun intended elite athlete, you kind of have no excuse. An elite athlete from an island on the coast of a coastal state.
Tag team here in AEW.
Like, bro, you could have probably walked to the beach your whole life.
Wrinkle occurred last week. Their partners in the Elite, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, defeated SCU to become the new AEW World Tag Team.
And there's a bell.
It's not a wrinkle, it's
Excalibur, I'll tell you what that is. That is the Elite coming apart at the seams, and I'm loving every single second of it.
But the bottom
Is
line
it?
that the
Is it
AEW
them coming
Dynamite
apart? It's just kind of Hangman, though.
the Young Bucks. That is their mission. That's their goal. We'll see if they can accomplish it. But
Then again, I don't have the context of BTE at the moment.
this big guy right here.
Even a glowing, he uses floaties.
Goals, I think the goal here is to take the Bucks out. And
Are they heel yet?
if I'm wrong,
Ooh, the Bucks?
that's
No.
gonna be a pretty big stack of money. Was that what was in that envelope there?
Yeah, and they also, it was a really big stack of threats.
Yeah, babyface Bucks for a while.
They threatened my life, Tony. My life. These guys claim to be good Catholic boys, good Christian boys. You know what? I think the only Bible verse these two marks know is Austin 3:16. They are fake. Everything about them is fake. Nothing about them is real. They make me sick to my stomach. And tonight, they're going to experience full death at the hands of the Butcher and the Blade.
Full
I
death.
think because of that,
Okay.
JR, they'd have to approach this match a little bit differently.
Yeah. High stakes.
Yep.
Because apparently,
I-
I'm guessing here
Never mind.
that
I just
Butcher and the Blade they need to hurt somebody.
trying to wrap my head around the insinuation.
I don't know that a win is enough, quite frankly, for what MJF is looking for.
Here's my take on it. I don't care if these guys win or lose. All I care about
The most
is that
random thing
the
about
Bucks
MJ isn't that he
never
can't swim.
wrestle
It's the
again
free spheres or
in
whichever
their
pops he
life.
goes to spit. That's
what I care
nuts.
about.
That's pretty drastic, young man. Pretty drastic.
But right now, the Young Bucks doing a good job of keeping Butcher.
That's hilarious. Did you know that Taylor Swift used to babysit Jeff Jarrett's kids because they were neighbors?
Yeah, almost every night.
Yeah, and they're great at adapting. Wild swing and the miss there by the Blade.
Certainly, the Young Bucks, when they're the good
Oh.
double drop kick.
Nice.
Control the pace.
Flush with the double drop kick.
But look at that power.
All the flips,
My
all
gosh.
the super kicks in the world are not a great substitute
Flailing
for
Bucks.
power. No, sir. That's the difference between the Butcher and the Blade and the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks, let's face facts here. Where are they trained? Who trained them? Nobody. They are backyarders. Now you have guys like the Butcher and the Blade trained by
Damn.
Les Thatcher. The Butcher, a man who was trained by none other than MMA superstar Josh Barnett. These guys are the real deal.
Wait, he was trained by Okay.
No doubt about that.
Learning new things. Did not know Butcher was trained by Barnett. I need Butcher in Bloodsport now.
His equal in the speed department, taking Butcher down on the apron.
Why is that the best thing ever? Oh my god, get Butcher in Bloodsport like yesterday.
Screw high kick, ducked by Blade. Blade moved to the midsection.
When you see Nick Jackson in the ring, he can be as good as anybody in our entire business.
Nice.
Oh, look at this. The Bunny getting involved.
Oh,
That's jaw first to the apron.
I didn't see anything, boys. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
that's a massive crossbody on the outside.
That's why you don't want beef with a Butcher.
And now Blade coming over the top, crashing onto Matt Jackson on the opposite side of the ring.
They got the power, they have the strength, they have the agility.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a hot one going on here. The Bucks are in trouble. Can they rebound? We'll find out momentarily.
Momentarily.
Well, Butcher and Blade using their strength advantage to turn things around on the Young Bucks and also using their numbers advantage, quite frankly.
And that's the difference between these two young men and the Young Bucks. They're going to cut the ring in half. They're going to use classic technical wrestling. They're not going to try to stupefy this.
I don't know if I use the term young men to refer to
They're going to
Butcher and Blade.
done.
They look like hardened veterans.
Irish whip that takes on a new meaning from this big man is flinging Nick Jackson around like he was a kid.
Yeah, just with such force from the middle of the ring into the turnbuckle.
Well, he is a kid in comparison. I mean, these are two grown men, two scary individuals.
Well, I would agree since their arrival here in AEW.
And I guess JR is
First, we
JR,
weren't sure
so
what
by
they were all
comparison.
about, but they proved in the last
'Cause
couple of weeks, the last month,
MJ, for different reasons, kind of making the same point I just did.
Bunny sinking those claws into the flesh of Nick Jackson.
Bunny can be called a Jezebel quite easily.
Back and damn, I miss Blade. Agreed.
Jezebel down.
So we just found out a moment ago. Apparently, Butcher was trained by Josh Barnett, and like
Second away from losing.
Butcher in Bloodsport.
Jackson, though, look at him.
Why does that sound awesome?
Individually in the ring this in 2019 that were jaw dropping.
Like a fine wine, Nick Jackson seems to get better with age. His feats of athleticism are stupefying. right now,
Isolate and destroy.
yep.
Like I said, as another great wrestler in this sport, you can't take away the athleticism from the Young Bucks. But that doesn't mean that they're tough. These two guys right here, Butcher and Blade, are tough.
Well, you,
We're back, everybody, live.
No, for sure. I know he's trained a lot of people. It wasn't even a matter of like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, he was trained by Barnett. Like it was, yeah. The surprise wasn't so much that it was in Barnett, but that it made sense, and I didn't realize that it was something
February 5th, it's going to be 10 lashes
that was
from
true.
Cody from the man to my left here, MJF.
He deserves every single...
Ron Bronson in
That is
Huntsville.
next Wednesday live at the Von Braun Center. And then 2 weeks, we're going to be going to Texas. Coming back to Texas.
Oh, Dr. Bomb won.
This could be it.
Yep, coming back to Texas. It's gonna be the second time they run there.
Cedar Park.
That makes me sick. Matt Jackson resorting to cheap tactics there. He wasn't the legal man. Why did he get in the ring? Absolutely ridiculous.
Tickets available for those.
Absolutely
all great
ridiculous.
AEW live events at AEWTix.com.
Looking forward to getting down to Huntsville. Center podcast partner Conrad Thompson. New show drops tomorrow. And we'll be doing some comedy, Tony, you and I and Conrad.
We sure will,
after
right
our
after the
show.
show.
After our show Wednesday night.
And we'll have the legends of Alabama wrestling in attendance.
Yeah, that's cool.
For the live crowd doing meet and greets. But right now, Nick Jackson trying to make that long crawl across the ring.
No shot.
That's right. Blade cut him off at the pass.
Well, Nick just using his quickness, but man,
Nice,
too much.
avoided.
Oh, there he is.
Tag made. Now we know the legals are.
Diving crossbody there from Matt Jackson. Right hands.
We'll see Matt Jackson's display of core strength. He does a lot of great things offensively that it revolves around his core strength. And he has waited on the outside of that apron for a long time.
You know what? That's a great point from JR. I didn't even realize that was the case. So smooth, case in point, skinning the cat.
The cat comes in.
So smooth. Dude, it's not even just skinning the cat, but the fact that he was reversing so much momentum because he had nothing but the grip on the ropes to stop himself from flying out of the ring, and then pulled himself back through the ropes. Everything. That was great.
Matt Jackson ascending to the top rope. Blade down center of the ring. Elbow drop across the throat.
Kick out. Kick out.
Whoop.
Man, no time to spare after the big elbow off the top.
That was close to being a bad investment there, MJF.
Tony, how about you shut up with your $5 suit?
Now Matt Jackson tags in brother Nick holding Blade.
They got a 10 count to get out of there after the tag is made.
Oh,
Dripping Swanton.
senton. 1, 2, no. Butcher there to break it up.
I'm impressed with the resourcefulness of Butcher and the Blade.
How about the speed as well from that big man?
He's pretty amazing. You're right.
Blade breaks through. Double. No. Oh, super kick. Breaking out of the campus.
For a second, I thought it was Excalibur. I'm like, Excalibur, why are you so invested, bro?
This Blade caught up.
What are they doing here?
Oh no.
No. Blade, get out of there.
You know what's coming up?
Blade,
This is
get
it.
out of there.
Nick Jackson. Come on. Meltzer driver.
Kick.
Well,
Like, bro, nobody kicking out of that.
How much was that you gave them?
You know what? It doesn't matter. You know what matters? The fact that right there, that match, that just receded some of Nick Jackson's career. Not as much as his hairline has receded, but I'd say, here we go. That's what I paid you for, baby. That's what I paid you for. Get on him. Get on him.
the Butcher and the Blade try to regroup, and the big
Didn't-
man especially.
I mean, yeah, fair. I guess you didn't necessarily pay him to win the match as much as paid him to hurt him.
Whoa, guys.
It's Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Oh, Dunzo. Not the Polo V trigger.
His tag team champion partner, Hangman Page with a cocktail, it looks to me like.
You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing
Bro, is just strolling. Hey, here, hold my beer. Hold my beer. Okay.
Hold his beer, looks like.
And then let's get it. Let's get it.
What impact!
I'm gonna take my beer. I'm gonna take a sip.
What a shot!
Oh, he's gonna slam it.
He said, hold my beer.
And that's
I got
And then
business to take care of.
arrive, drink beer, buckshot, leave.
He is incensed.
Well, I suppose it would have been buckshot, drink beer, leave.
Man, it's what an explosion here.
That's my Hangman.
Hard lesson, don't bet against the elite.
Young Bucks continue to get back on a roll. But man, the new tag champions. Think about that someday, guys. For the Young Bucks to get where they want to go, they got somewhere going to beat Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. Hey, talked about Revolution. Here's big news. Take a look at this.
Join us live on Saturday, February 29th for AEW's first.
Hey there, fam. How it goes? Welcome to the AEW. Wicked pays the almighty respect. How it goes, fam? Hope your day's been treating you well.
All Elite Wrestling presents Revolution live Saturday, February 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Only on pay-per-view.
Big news, folks. More coming your way. This is going to be better than you ever dreamed.
Looking forward to this match. This is going to be fun. Nyla versus Big Swole here.
She is a mastodonic female. Powerful, the most powerful woman on this roster. And take a look back at some of her destructive nature, Excalibur.
Yeah, Nyla Rose has been on a path of destruction, and her
Damn, that was the episode of Dark we had just missed. Yep. If I'm not mistaken, the only tables match in AEW history.
out of action from that attack. But Nyla Rose, the #1 ranked competitor, Tony, for Riho's AEW Women's World Title.
Yeah, well, Shanna wanted that match. She wanted a tables match. She got it, and she's paid for it.
Agreed. This definitely felt like an act that once it came up from the indies needed to evolve, which it did. But yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing that before this ages.
Another powerful woman with an entirely different body type than Nyla Rose, former member of the United States Air Force. And she's an amazing athlete. And we got some action of her, footage of her in action. Pretty damn impressive here.
That's right. We saw Big Swole take the fight to Diamante.
That was Diamante.
The strength and really the hard-hitting nature of Swole on full display. Hits that
Dirty
turn
dancing.
And that was the end of the night for Diamante.
Yeah, I think really Big Swole may be the best all-around athlete in the women's division. Could be. And there are a lot of great athletes there, but this girl has a lot of talent and a lot of swagger to go with it. Look at that.
You know, there are no weight classes in.
For real, Swole was quickly one of my favorites at the time in the women's division.
Rose has a decided weight,
Wasn't
power, strength advantage, I would think, over
messed with my head, Sean. I was like, no way, it was only last night. No, it's been 2 days. All the same, yes, was a glorious AEW show.
It's
Yeah.
basic strategy here, but you got to just stick
Cole
with
versus
it.
Diamante exists.
Big Swole can't use her normal.
Yeah, no, I choose not focus too much on that, on the remark from that one time, because I feel like there's too much that proves that she is a lot better than her critics try to say.
Strikes there, and finally had to go downstairs to get Nyla Rose off her feet. Wow, there's aggression.
Swole covers. 1, 2.
She ain't working by the hour, is Swole.
Great strategy. Took the knees out first to get her off the mat or onto the mat, and now, oh boy.
The thing about Swole is she's so competitive. She's a tough woman. She should not try to get into a striking matchup with Nyla Rose.
Bray out here proving Tony Khan successful by proudly being his hater.
Barely even moved. Swole's speed on display. Hits that leg break by Nyla to the floor.
A glancing blow.
Gotta tumble into the outside off that calf kick.
And she went outside somewhat
Tried
of
so
her own
hard.
volition to regroup. Not a bad move for her.
And we've seen in the past, Nyla has been perplexed by fast-moving opponents, namely Riho, the AEW Women's World Champion. Oh, swept out the leg of Swole to Nyla Rose.
I was just thinking.
CTV making sure down on this.
The who
Just realized this was a previous one. Yes, Sean. Here on Tuesdays, it's Tuesdays now. It's been several other days before. We do something called the All Elite Rewinds. We started from Double or Nothing 2019, and we're watching through each show chronologically. And currently on January 29th, 2020, Dynamite. On our way to the first ever Revolution. I appreciate the haste. Imagine if Dynamite was on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, like an hour earlier than it normally would. That would just it would tank. Just because, yeah, a lot of people would like not know. Apparently, the Action Wrestling ROH crossover show is happening. Well, not happening, but it's premiering right now, and I did not know. Even the ROH Twitter itself is not talking about it.
Where's the count? Referee Paul Turner. Where's the count?
Yeah, it's like why you do that? Like why would you just sneak it on there? You could have just announced it ahead of time. It's worse than what they did with Global Wars Australia, where it was like Sunday afternoon. Hey y'all, Monday night we're streaming this. It's weird. Action said it would be up on Friday. Really? I wonder if that's an international thing, because Jordan came in a little earlier and was like, hey, it's premiering right now. But ROH's Twitter wasn't talking about it or anything. But yeah, if 20 has a million haters, I will do. If he has my haters, it's me. Yo, Swole's got to get out from underneath here. Immediately gets slammed back down to Matt. Yo. That was a gnarly splash. Like the full extension. I'm trying to remember who's splash. Like Bolton Oleg-esque splash.
Has to be foremost on the mind of Big Swole. Like you said, Excalibur, what a big win.
We'll look around.
Swole, she's won her first match, as we saw this year here in AEW, and now to be able to take down Nyla Rose. And what a big loss for the #1 contender. Yeah, it may be.
Also,
loss for her than a win for
my gosh, where is Nyla? When was the last time we saw her on AEW television? We're coming up on All In season. Where is she?
She's very intimidating as well, and she knows, she's bigger than most in all in the women's division, with the exception of maybe Awesome Kong. But she knows she can just intimidate. Swole was not buying into that intimidation at all, but man, she's going to be thinking about what's going on here. Look out, just sitting on the small of the back.
Much more recent than I thought it was. Still though. Damn. Not Nyla dropping it down low on her.
In the mirror, what she looks like, how big she is, and she uses all those things to her advantage, which I think is extremely intelligent. Plus, she's got a mean streak.
Boy, does she ever. And all those, including the mean streak, JR, on display tonight.
I feel like it's added insult when you have a competitor's hair like just all up in their own face. Like if somebody was like cross-facing me or something and my hair was in my face, that would make that much worse.
She got a big break in that match, Rio. They could wrestle 10 times, and Nyla may be.
I feel like anybody with long hair who has ever slept with their hair completely down would know what I'm talking about.
Still to come, Cody, #3 contender for the AEW title. He'll have the coach.
Also, welcome in, Cam. My bad. I did not formally greet you because we were so caught up on the tangent and such. But yes, how it goes. See, I go the release round of flipping my hair. What a reference from you.
We're back live here on TNT, Cleveland State University, the home of the mighty Vikings. And glad you're with us, by the way. Nyla Rose we think she's trying to put away Big Swole, but she's, you give her too many chances. Look out.
This hanging front chancery.
It cuts off the blood supply to the brain.
Paul Turner's
Damn.
not giving up, but she may be going out here.
Yeah, she's dipping down pretty low, and Swole has a tight grip in there.
Look at that strength. Look at the legs.
I was gonna say that takes a lot of strength to be in that deep squat like that with somebody on you.
Back of Nyla Rose, that she might have been able to put her out. Swole floats up and over the top.
Oh, big kick. Oh, that may do it. That may be the knockout kick we were
That
looking
bump
for.
kick hurt.
Swole, if you're cheering for that young lady,
And how could you not be?
don't waste any time.
Oh, she needs to follow up.
Go get you some right now.
Fans are getting behind her here, too.
They see her courage and her bravery. And now Nyla is reeling.
Right roundhouse with the headbutt.
Oh,
Nyla showed a lot of quickness ducking out of the way of that round kick.
Striking the bicep.
going for the choke slam.
Nyla going for that choke slam.
Again.
Swole chops her way
I
free.
guess, yeah, you would use your bicep for a choke slam, huh?
On more than one occasion, and Big Swole may have dinged herself a little bit there.
Damn, realistically, a choke slam takes a lot of strength to do.
Wild swing to miss there by Nyla.
Now that I just thought about it, like what muscles do you use?
Nyla very unsteady on her feet as Swole comes in. Beautiful cutter. 1, 2, no.
Big Swole
That
could
was
not neutralize the
great
legs, could not get
with
it
the
above
positioning. She immediately got into the cover.
But I admire her for that kick.
Nyla kicking out with her eyes closed is what really got me.
May have been a moment of
Put it down
indecision.
more full wrist style. We love her. That's what I'm saying. I normally do not make remarks like that, but I feel like that is exactly something that Nyla would say about that clip on Twitter.
Brings Swole back up to her feet. Swole at cross chop. Staggers Nyla back towards center. Now Swole comes in. Cazadora.
Oh, oh, nice. Yeah, she was kind of coming into the ropes. Didn't really matter, but it was a neat
Swole looking to string
visual.
together some offense here on Nyla Rose.
Nyla's head bounced off the canvas.
You see, haters would try and say that that was a botch or something. When you see, to me, that's just gritty wrestling.
Swole let her get up on her feet.
Something like a Cazadora transition is not something you would smoothly do in a shoot position. In a shoot fight, in shoot combat, she's done.
We'll probably get it.
Yeah, she's out cold. Damn.
Boy, what a competitive matchup.
GG, Swole. I mean, I should have seen that coming. Nyla's on her road back to the Women's World Championship.
Contender to rehost AEW World Title. Got all she wanted from Big Swole. Gonna go down as a loss in the column for Big Swole, but she really impressed here tonight.
Nyla continues to cement her position as the leader of the pack for challengers towards Riho's AEW Women's World Championship. But that beast bomb is just something else.
Very dangerous woman is the #1 contender. And you can see here, power, size doesn't matter.
Yeah, you see that? Definitely needed some more room to make that spot work.
Stronger and perhaps more aggressive than any female in this company.
And she took advantage of a mistake by Big Swole to let this native beast back to her feet.
Folks, you ready to do a little shopping? Want to save a couple of dollars? Want to take a look at this.
And they're going to throw us a commercial. All right, I'm going to take advantage of this to make a quick break happen. Y'all grab your water, stretch your legs. I shall be back in but a few minutes.
And every week, all your favorite shirts, hats, jackets, and more are available with just one click of the button. Shop AEW.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, coming in next, should be one hell of a one-on-one matchup. Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford. They're cool and they're super bad. Cody will have Arn up next.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, to be accompanied to the ring by Penelope Ford. From Goulston, Norfolk, England, weighing 188 pounds, super bad, Kip Sabian.
Big opportunity for Kip Sabian. He just recently got a win on Dark, as we'll take another look at here. Not by impressive means, quite frankly.
No, but it was a heads-up play by Penelope Ford there, grabbing Sabian's arms, putting the weight down on the shoulders of QT Marshall, coming away with a big victory on the boat.
Well, he mentioned if you watch Road to Cleveland, that he mentioned how important this was to his career. Kip Sabian did. He's 2-1 this year in AEW. Boy, a 3-1 mark out of this match would propel him up near the top, I would think, in the rankings.
especially with a victory over the number 3 competitor here in the AEW men's division.
Back. I thought they were going to be doing the whole, we're going to sit and look at the arena a bit for like 3 minutes. I dig the trunks. I had to mute because this song, Downstate, comes for me. They're like, hey, yo, bro, we don't like this being in your video. So, not that much. It's just a copyright claim. This is going to be his 13th AEW match. Oh, yeah, no, 100% agree. 2019, then all downhill from there. It's really kind of wild to me that he hasn't been a single champion yet in AEW. He hasn't been a champion, period, in AEW. Wow, the way that person signed just, like, melded with the concrete outside of the padding so perfectly that I thought that there was, like, a glitch going on. That's a bold statement. I don't know about the face, but he should definitely be a prominent fixture. Taking a powder. I pushed him. He didn't do nothing. I love how even Kip was like, no, don't worry. I pushed him. And like, why was he caught? I think it's a combination of pandemic and injuries. Just a lot of untimely mishaps that have gotten in the way. I'd have to look back on his history, though. I don't know if he is already in the state, if he lives in the States, or if he did by now. By this point. Oh! The way... Picking up bro's girlfriend? I'm sorry. Oh. Wow. Okay, I was wondering why Kip was, like, not mad. Bro, what are you getting so up in Arn's face for? She literally just pulled antics and got involved in the match. Oh! This isn't more... Damn, you know. 6, I believe. And then there was an injury. Then the health scare is intentionally vague. Yes, with Penelope. Yeah, so... yeah, and the thing is like that. It's like, even when he was still trying to come around. They're doing a rundown. There it is. There it is. It's like Cody was stupid enough to believe it. He was genuinely hurt. A second time. A second time. Like, bro, you're a little too virtuous for your own good. And look at the environment you're in. Careful or they'll start booing you. Go for the moonsault. And he gets it. Oh, I never unmuted. I'm sorry, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing one hell of a wrestling match. Those that stayed with us through the commercial break know exactly what I'm talking about. Cody hits a high risk move off the top. Arn Anderson has more active coaching here tonight than any time thus far in his run. Take another look at some of the action we just left here during the commercial break. Cody straight right hand. Right between the eyes. And a hard clothesline.
Yeah, great explosion that time out of the side. To get a running start on that clothesline, or a lariat if you will.
Right now, Cody with the upper hand. Quite literally.
Never mind. Didn't even get the 10 punches off. I was like, at least he's going to get the big baby face spot.
Over the top, Sabian. Oh, right into that power slam.
Power slam indeed. These guys have gone at it, man. I'm telling you. The adrenaline is flowing.
There's his process. There's his time.
Crowd here on hand, motivating these
Or during his entrance, it's catching on. I feel.
to the occasion.
Yo.
And the American Nightmare.
She said, nah, you ain't doing that.
Maybe Penelope wants a souvenir.
Now with that weight belt in her hand, she's drawing the attention of Cody. Cody comes back. Disaster kick. And now
Not the fucking boot.
the ring. 1, 2.
That was a save.
Count. That momentary distraction allowed Kip Sabian to recover enough to kick out.
I think Cody had it right there. The young lady throws a shoe in the ring. Referee's distracted.
Yeah, Arn Anderson said, now wait a minute, that's enough.
Listen to this.
Penelope is being so creative with the heel antics. You are not about to kick bro out.
Oh, my.
Well, that's what you get.
Bryce Rumner trying to lay down the law to Arn Anderson.
That's not good.
Arn, you need to relax, bro.
Usually means one.
Arn, you need to chill, my dude.
Is Bryce going to do it?
Bro reffed the invisible stand.
Oh, Rinsberg is throwing Arn Anderson out for the ringside area.
You're not seriously upset right now.
Jim, a long time, he's a friend, but he made a mistake here.
Bro, relax.
Saying he got away with a little
The way this is. What? But I just physically intimidated you. What do you mean I gotta leave?
And Arn is lucky that didn't result in a disqualification on Cody.
Yeah, very good point.
And that would have not been
Stream from Penelope Mike.
for Cody to come here and win this match.
Penelope's just too good.
Oh, Penelope Ford!
This woman is insatiable with her athleticism and involvement.
Oh, Sabian over the top, crashing on Cody on the outside.
Now basically 2-on-1. Penelope Ford can run all around ringside with Arn Anderson out of the picture.
So she gonna get kicked out, ref?
And Penelope Ford has been doing a great job of doing everything behind Bryce Bremsberg's back, out of his line of sight.
Oh, Joey Janela. Penelope Ford's old boyfriend, who's had some issues with Kip Sabian.
What? And there's the tope. That was... You had to see it coming right after Kip got involved in Joey's match last week.
Well, the turnabout's fair play. Sabian was distracting all night. Now he's going to maybe pay for a distraction from Joey Janela.
Oh, boy. Great comeback that time by Sabian.
And now, with Cody hung out to dry. Oh, the swinging
Nice.
neckbreaker cover. Hook of the
Some fan fiction shit right there. I'm honestly... It's an interesting story. Because there's a lot of personal issues floating around at that, you know? At the time, at least.
Good job focusing his fire on the abdomen, the upper body of Cody. And if you think back to November 9th at Full Gear, not only did Cody receive that laceration over the eye, he also had the damage to the cartilage of his ribs in that matchup.
That's a nagging son of a gun, boy. When you don't take time off for them to heal, it just hardly doesn't go away.
Right, it takes them forever to heal.
Oh, or the elbow, right to the temple. And to his credit, Sabian counters with a head kick.
Got Cody up on no man's land.
Damn. The Joey Janela intervention is not proving to have been too effective. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, Sabian escapes to the outside. Now springboards up.
Oh, okay.
Yanks Cody off the top.
Very resourceful offense.
It's like a sling blade face buster, but it was more of like a
Sabian's finisher, the Deathly Hallows.
sling blade headlock takeover.
Back Cody cutter.
Oh, what a cutter that was. Springboarding off the ropes.
And then just like that, dusted. Oh, he's not done. He's not done.
The aggression.
Oh my god. That was crazy. For real. Like, what? Where'd that come from? Where'd you find that, son? Oh, wait. Hold on. Music. I can't. Listen, no, you get your ass back up. I got another one for you. I think if Cody was still in the company, he would have been the first ever Owen Hartman's Foundation tournament winner. But he had left just a few months prior. I'm glad I live in this timeline. I do want that. It's just the gear that's making me think that, you know? Yo, everybody out here, let's get autographs to Cody right there in the front row. Let me see that one. Security guard over here is low-key, like, nervous. Like, I'm so ready to have to do stuff. Oh, that's why. Because he was ready for him to hop over. What a phrase. What? Bro in that Bullet Club and the LIJ gear. Bro's a New Japan fan. Love to see it. This is definitely commercial stuff happening right now. Appreciate the camera trying so hard to get the dude's hat out of the shot. This angle, not doing a very good job, but yep. They decided to cut his music. Yeah, finally. Would you use it since he? No, Ray, because the tournament didn't have the world title thing attached to it until 2024. At the time, it was just an accolade to achieve separately. In 2022 and 2023.
Dr. Becker wins the match. Yeah, using that lockjaw, putting away Priscilla Kelly.
You're at all costs, for real. Dude was like, yeah, no, I don't want any of this. Camera cut over to get a wider shot, and they were like, oh, no, we can't not see him. And they cut back over to the angle with that. Britt had to do this shit.
We are so proud to have you here because before this you were just working as a shitty barista. Listen, I'm smart, I'm educated, I'm brilliant. And Tony, did you know? I'm a dentist.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard enough. We've heard enough.
I care about you.
We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break right now and get out of this thing.
That you're number 8.
And that's how we ended that last week. I was told to go to break.
But it was uncalled for.
Yeah.
These ad hominem attacks from Dr. Britt Baker, she's better than that.
I agree. Really do.
Oh, we gotta pick it up where we left off.
Take it away, my friend.
Thanks, JR.
Jeez.
Britt, I hope you weren't offended and upset.
Doctor. It's Dr. Britt Baker, Tony. No, offend me? No, you didn't offend me. After last week, you and I are a dream team. We were the stars of the show. We were actually trending worldwide. Well, no, I was trending worldwide, but
Hello, welcome, Renato.
hello, Mr. Starbucks.
Welcome officially to WatchaMania. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you continue to enjoy the vibes.
Address the true offense from last week.
I love Britt's hair like this. Oh,
Good old JR. Don't you ever interrupt me when I'm speaking again, understand? I know you know I'm a dentist because that's all you care to talk about when I'm in the ring. Yeah, you sit there all
damn.
fucking pretentious in judgment of my division, of my generation, and you sit there each week and collect a very large paycheck while we do all the work.
Oh, okay.
I grew up on, Jim. Not a sloppy barbecue sauce sales rep who can't even get our roster's name straight.
Damn. I don't remember this one.
No. That's right. This is my
So, I'm so with you, Rhea.
I was the first woman signed to All Elite Wrestling, and it's my picture that's on all the billboards and posters. And I promise you all,
Can't even get our rosters straight.
my smile beaming across your television set.
I thought I heard a flat line for a moment. That's actually not okay.
Which
I
is
shouldn't say
more
that.
than we can say about our champion Riho, right?
Just trying to do a clever play on the turn. Killed him, but
Come here.
not appropriate. Get well soon, JR.
I care about you a lot, so I have to tell you that judging just from the appearance and the stench of your gum tissue, I can confidently diagnose you with moderate to severe generalized gingivitis.
Jesse, chill.
Tony, you need to pick up a damn toothbrush. And Cleveland?
In here.
Congratulations! You finally have a baker you can trust in.
Damn.
Wow.
I love the more subtle sports jab.
Ray of sunshine. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on here and take you back to our newest colleague, Lexi, with a very important interview with some stars.
Thanks, Jim. Guys, congratulations on yet another impressive victory on Dynamite.
Thank you. We needed it. You know what? We've been down in the dumps, but we got the win and we got it tonight.
You know, Nick, as good as it feels still in the back of my mind, I can't stop thinking about what those creepy perverts Dork Order did to us all those weeks ago.
What about Santana and Ortiz as well?
And we won't forget about them either, but hey, listen, right now at the forefront, our main goal, our main objective is to climb our way back up to the top of the tag team rankings, and who knows, maybe one day get a shot at the AEW Tag Team Championship belts.
Nothing personal.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
It's nothing personal. I understand, guys. Hey, look, we're talking about tag team champions. We got our nameplates today. Did you guys see it?
We
were there.
Yeah, we got a
You see it? You know, you
That's
see it?
right,
It says
Hangman.
Hangman right there.
Looks good.
Look, they had made them for everybody. The nameplates.
What do you got? You got our name.
Oh, you didn't have to
Look,
do
hey,
that.
look, it says Matt Jackson.
You just want me to?
You hold on to that, huh?
Okay.
You might need it one day.
That's real nice of you, Hangman. We'll
Best tag team in the world.
That's really nice of you, Hangman.
Okay, Hanger. I was like, well, let's just move on here.
More importantly, we have 8-man tag team action. That's why I was late to the party, because I was getting a match. All four of us, the Elite, signed against Butcher, Blade, and a team of their choosing. Okay. So next week, guys, we gotta get it together, okay? Yeah.
They're fine,
It's the entire Elite. We've all got nameplates. We're all part of the same team against Butcher, Blade, and a team of their choosing.
Wow, a huge 8-man tag team matchup.
Agreed. The way this is old times now.
Back to the ring with our former tag team champions, SCU.
Also love AEW original Lexi Nair.
About the 8-man tag sign, huh?
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by the fallen angel Christopher Daniels from Southern California at a combined weight of 415 pounds.
So yeah, up next we're gonna have Hybrid 2 against SCU. I appreciate the tag team title segment before the tag team match. Well, tag team division match specifically.
We've been hearing all about thoughts and prayers about all the families and friends worldwide. So,
Real. Damn. That's also real. That's right. I think this is just like a week after.
Big influence on youth sports, especially young women's basketball.
folks, we are going to get it on here with the number one rated tag team in the land, SCU, when we come back.
Oh, the mic is live. I forget that every single time.
The antics of SCU led by
veteran. It took him a little while, but
Franklin Delano. Okay.
were about as good as they could ever be last week.
Thumbs up, gang. Yes, thumbs up, gang. Y'all, please do leave a thumbs up if you haven't done so. Please check, make sure you have, because that is our lifeline. Goes a long way in supporting the channel, getting us recommended, especially on these not live reactions.
A lot of love for Kobe being Bryant.
I want to hit their music. Never mind, we got a promo.
Real SoCal icon. This one's for you, 24. Now, last week, Cleveland, these two gentlemen fought for their lives on the Jericho Cruise for the AEW.
Yes, right. He's so unserious, and it's the best.
Your favorite trio lost the titles to Kenny Omega and Adam Page.
Like, you gotta love that some of the all-time greats are just absolute doofuses in a lot of ways. Specifically the best kind.
Bring those titles back to Southern California.
Is Rhea going to make her appearance?
Earlier today, I heard that Cleveland rocks.
I don't think she debuts in the company for another couple of years.
Three letters I love to say, and if you say them with me, it'll make my day. So how about on the count of three, we get a loud and a proud.
Renee Paquette doesn't come around until the pandemic's mostly over.
You saw the face of Scorpio Sky, very emotional. He, as someone that grew up in Los Angeles, he
Are we waiting for the
Kobe Bryant and those Lakers teams, and so he has been impacted especially by this loss.
you know, guys, I worked for 5 years on the Atlanta Hawks radio broadcast team and got to see the Lakers and Kobe Bryant play, and he not only was a great
right, Rhea? Oh my gosh, no, I've had that every single time I think about when Dynamite will eventually get into those hard pandemic days. I'm talking about no fans in attendance Dynamite. I'm not talking about the daily place with scattered people throughout the stands to make some faint noise. I'm talking about the 8 hard weeks of a 14x14 ring and 8 wrestlers lining it to make noise. I'm wondering what that's going to be like, and I'm also wondering what memories that's going to bring back, because that whole time period is such a blur for me, which is saying something, because I'm somebody who really pays, I shouldn't say pays attention to detail that feels potential, but more so like it's details stick with me, you know. So to be like, what was I doing, and not be able to fill in the blank feels so weird.
AEW World Tag Team Champions here tonight. That would be a great way to kickstart their run.
We talk about so many high flyers in the tag team division. I really would put Jack Evans up with any of them. You know, we talked earlier about, and we saw earlier about AEW.
Was it really just 14x14? I might be under-exaggerating. It might have been a 16x16, but it was not their usual sized ring because it was in the Nightmare Factory. Because of the regulations of the pandemic, they were being extremely vague and discreet about where the tapings were taking place because they didn't want to face any ramifications with state laws.
You know, Tony, I think you make a good point. Angelico and Jack Evans are very underrated.
Sorry. It was a month before I broke. Find it. Oh my God! Wow.
Boy, what an opportunity they got here.
Because the pandemic, the hard shutdown comes in mid to late March across the country, respectively, depending on the area. Which is why I'm always poking fun at the Rochester, New York show they advertised for March 18th, because that is the first Dynamite that they didn't do right. That they couldn't do as advertised. It's like I could have showed up. Totally could have.
Float over that time by Angelico. That was textbook.
He is deceptively large, very rangy. He's long, as the basketball folks like to say. His length
Yeah, he certainly does. He got that 6'3" frame, and he puts it to good use, especially on the mat, using those Yoveo style, that Mexican submission wrestling style of...
Nice headlock.
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian using his power advantage, just muscling Angelico down, but Angelico with those long legs.
Yes, this is January 29th, 2020. This episode of Dynamite. Yeah, a lot of us forget that there is pre-pandemic 2020 wrestling. Put things in perspective. Both The Fiend versus Danielson in a strap match at Rumble and The Fiend losing the title to Goldberg happened before the hard shutdown. Wild. Wyatt is becoming more and more like Jesse Chapman by the day. My Yo, what's up, dude? How goes?
And it's important to note that as former champions, as former champions, SCU will receive a rematch against Hangman and Omega at some point down the line.
I would think sooner than later, no doubt, you know.
People left. Stupid autocorrect, am I right? What an autocorrect that is.
And Sky would like nothing more than a chance. I mean, I think they would probably want to be facing Omega and Hangman here tonight instead of TH2.
You know, we said earlier we saw Big Swole out here, and I thought she was maybe the best athlete in the women's division. I
Yeah,
think you could say the same thing about Scorpio.
Yeah, how it goes, man? How's the day treat you? Everyone.
You're right, Tony.
He's just getting that almost
ready to go to another level, it seems like. Perception,
such derogatory language.
And that's the key point, aptitude. He's a wrestler who has learned from his mistakes and continues to grow in the ring each and every week and get better.
And we saw that Sky is just as dangerous as a singles competitor as he is a tag team wrestler, because he had that matchup with Chris Jericho, and Jericho was very nearly dethroned by Scorpio Sky.
Right.
Oh, look at that. That's a counter now. That's a very unique counter from
Spam a big business opportunity in June 2020, but the pandemic happened. So Kansas D3 went a whole year. Oh, that's rough, dog. Yeah, to think back on the ripple effect it could have had on it. Well, not could have, but did have on all our lives.
Jack Evans has been, and Angelico and Evans have been. Oh, look at that! Sky.
TSU has been pretty much made an example of. I shit all over Evilise too, even though she isn't in the even an intro. Yeah, but she still literally altered your life permanently, so there's that.
Take another look at that interference.
Evans, yeah, planted high. His head bending in an awkward angle there.
Sorry, he has. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, AEW and actually Wrestle Talk I found at the time really helped me thrive in the pandemic. Even Luce, we'll see her on AEW Rewind soon enough.
Screw high kick there from Evans takes Scorpio Sky off his feet.
I probably shouldn't be saying things like that. I'm breaking my own rules. See if you watch long.
Yeah, I make those decisions. I have those ice cream headaches. Things slow down.
Evans now sending Scorpio Sky head first.
Let's just say, what people say Thunder Rosa is, Evilise is.
They're allegedly to be used to make a tag.
Oh, look at this, Evans.
Oh, just a cheap shot. Angelico got a clear, clean, dirty shot. Scorpio Sky down the cover.
2. And then Angelico actually a tremendous soccer player, a lot of strength in those legs, so that penalty kick really be a game changer for Scorpio Sky.
Folks, I want to tell you this. Don't go away. We're not going anywhere.
Angelico had Paul Turner distracted in the ring as Evans slammed Scorpio Sky face first into that folding chair at ringside. And Angelico covers.
I don't feel the overt sense of urgency for Angelico and Jack Evans.
Yeah, you think they would kind of be trying to ramp up the damage. So they were getting worked over for the better part of the last few minutes.
Now's the time to pull the trigger. And
I did not see it. That's hilarious. We're a bit worked.
Angelico and Evans keeping the pressure on
He's too good to be used as.
using every bit of that 10 seconds that they are legally allowed.
I don't know if I'd call him a jobber, but yeah, depth guy. In an environment that he really should thrive in. Like, why is he in ROH and not competing in pure rules matches? That's going to modern day. But even at this point, I was such a big fan of TH2, and I wanted to see them do more. I wanted to see them get a little more wins.
And Evans comes with that front flipping kick and the prawn hold. 1, 2. Count only.
It was almost like a Pele kick, wasn't it?
The front flipping version,
Right,
yeah.
like your days back at James and Madison.
Yeah, when I played soccer there.
Oh, babe, you're huge.
Yeah, for the dead men.
With the dead man. Oh, okay.
Doing a great job keeping Scorpio Sky in their half of the ring.
Classic strategy. It really is. Classic strategy. Oh, long kick.
Kick high
He kicked across the back.
And I'm thinking if Angelico would
Funny,
be more
right?
efficient at using those kicks, he might be a different kind of animal. The long legs, strength, something to deal with.
Oh, Evans takes Kazarian off the
Wait, Ray, how are you out here trying to pretend like Cody Rhodes can't cut a promo?
And we're back live, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for staying with us. Thanks for having us into your home once again. Tag team matchup.
One of my favorite promos in AEW history is is pretty much his last promo segment in the company. It's the famous "What do you want to talk about?" promo before it became a catchphrase and a podcast and a marketable term.
Desperation suplex.
Takes Evans down, and now Sky trying to cover some ground.
Tag that long arm reaching halfway across the ring.
Rather, a term that was being marketed.
Sky rolls through, and he goes over the top, makes the tag.
Finally, the tag is made. Frankie Kazarian's in, and Angelico and Kazarian are the legal men.
The sad face by Slips and gets here falls. Watch an AEW Cody Rhodes promo. Sounds like you're thinking about 2022 and beyond.
Wild swing and a miss there by Angelico, and Angelico sent to the apron.
Remember that his promo Rhodes? He had a lot of Rhodes top.
Kazarian's not missed on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's got Jack Evans hooked up.
Yeah.
Pancakes him.
You talked about the intensity last week.
What do you want to talk about?
Same intensity right now.
Oh my God.
1, 2.
Nice save. The diving foot stomp.
Intervenes. Maybe should have stopped the pin count. We're thinking.
Oh, Evans double boots up, and he floats over out to the apron. Oh, Scorpio Sky.
Great evasion by Jack Evans. I almost said John Evans.
Yeah, Sky's quickness used against him there.
Now Evans.
Yo!
On Kazarian.
They might win this thing.
Angelico. Oh, with the feet on the ropes. Scorpio Sky.
He's paying attention.
Yeah,
Scorpio Sky saved him. That was crucial.
He's looking at the shoulders of Frankie Kazarian. Now Jack Evans charging at Scorpio Sky. Oh! Nobody home on the Sasuke special. Oh!
That's modified Sasuke special. Tried catching himself. Didn't quite catch himself. Ultimately got as a result.
Tag made. Scorpio Sky legal.
Oh, the boot to the jaw.
And Angelico is on spaghetti legs.
And now SCU later.
Oh!
Boy, that was on.
That knee was even grosser.
Oh, SCU on fire tonight. Chris, no hangover from losing that title last week because they know they're going to get another opportunity somewhere down the line sooner than later.
That's a sign of a great championship caliber team. No hangover, like you said, JR. Moving ahead and getting the win on the comeback trail.
And Angelico and Jack Evans Hey, a few little tweaks here and there, Tony, they're going to be everything you thought they could be.
I agree. It's all about how SCU bounces back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed we are going to hear something from the Dark Order.
Oh, speaking of Dark.
Christopher Daniels. The Exalted One is very unhappy with you. And when the Exalted One is unhappy, he acts quickly. He has told us to target your friends, to target your family, to target your brothers in SCU. But who should we target first, Stu? I don't care. Consider this your warning.
Christopher Daniels. He's spoiling for a fight with the Dark Order. He said, come at me, bro.
I don't know how wise that overzealousness may be.
See, Cass, what was that bullshit?
You won't believe this.
A moving vessel. A moving vessel is no place for competition. All Elite Wrestling hanging your heads in shame. That was unacceptable. And John Moxley, you have made your bed, so now you can lie in it. Have fun with Chris Jericho and all of his little cronies. And if there just so happens to be any of you left once they're done, maybe I'll come and pluck your other eyeball. And Kenny Omega! Kenny Omega! I guess you finally heard me. Did you, Kenny?
That's nice. Okay.
You know, it's the arrogance and it's the audacity.
I love this
that
Death Riders foreshadowing.
You're gonna fit me in when convenient. We're gonna do everything by your schedule, huh? Nah. Well, you see, Ken, that doesn't work for me, lad. What is going to happen is we're gonna do everything on my timetable. Starting next week. I'm coming for blood.
Okay.
What about you guys? That's just
Here for it.
He made it very clear. Did Pac? He's a dangerous man. Highly
So I can focus on his Cass. Looks so much better in tights.
big things are happening
Belt.
in AEW like
The long boys don't work for him, in my opinion. They just don't.
You're gonna see Cody get in the ring and take 10 lashes with a leather strap from MJF. That is, I've seen it before. I've seen it 30 years ago. It's something you will never forget.
It's never a pleasant sight. In addition, yes, John Moxley will be in the ring in singles elimination next week against Ortiz of the Inner Circle.
And not only that, Tony, the number 4 ranked Dr. Britt Baker will take on Yuka Sakazaki in her AEW Dynamite debut.
Hell yeah.
And now we've announced it. Here it is. 8-man tag team action. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page will face the Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Brothers. How about that?
That's a mystery team. Should be a hell of a main event. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the Inner Circle, led by the El Champion, the incomparable Chris Jericho, will take on Darby Allin and Private Party. 6-man tag team matchup. AEW's Inner Circle ready to explode next.
That's exactly it, Jesse. That's what ended up becoming Stadium Stampede. All right, I'm going to skip through this bit. Okay, never mind. 134.39. Alrighty. Oh, is this a Yuka Sakazaki video package? Okay. Ray came down from the giant screen on the rope. Didn't she? Yep, there it is. There she is. Probably just skip that. We're gonna do this again. Probably could have just skipped through that bit as well. What a sign that was. And here we're back at 137, 50, 51, 52. See a sunny side, yeah. So sunny side, private derby.
This is your main event of the evening. Cleveland, Ohio! This is your main event of the evening. A six-man tag team match set for one fall or TV time remaining. Introducing the participants first, from a location where you need an invitation. At a combined weight of 24 ounces of vodka cranberry, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Private Party.
Atlas Security working overtime here tonight. Private Party. What a reception they are receiving here at the Wolstein Center on the great campus.
I love the part of the entrance is like, and then I'm gonna put some money in your pocket, and you open the curtain for me, and then you take the curtain away and walk away. But then you're gonna give it back to me so we can do the bit next time. It's like, right, yeah, give it back. him and Doc Samson vibing. They never break up. Agreed. They really are a great team. They implied that they would before. I'm glad that was not the case. Again, y'all, I shall do one last call for the thumbs up if you could be so lovely. Those thumbs up help us out very much, get us recommended in the algorithm. Not just now while we're live, but also afterwards. For those who might be doing like VOD watch-alongs and such. And of course, if you are on the VOD, shouts out to you. Appreciate you.
He has an insatiable desire to push and test himself.
The little fans, face paint, emulating their hero, Darby Allin.
The way he was just like
amazingly well.
He private parted.
And their opponents first, from New York, at a combined weight of 425 pounds, Santana and Ortiz.
The number 2 ranked tag team in all of AEW. The inner circles of finest.
This theme goes so hard.
Santana and Ortiz.
You know, we talked so much when we saw SCU out here about them getting their title shot. I really think Santana and Ortiz are so talented, and they're part of the inner circle. If they ever get their hands on the belts, they may hold on to them for a long, long time. This is the circle they run in.
This match is a one-fall match, ladies and gentlemen, or television time remaining. A lot of diversity and diverse personalities in this contest.
We saw earlier with those thugs watching their back. Santana and Ortiz roll deep. Something for Private Darby to think about here tonight.
Oh yeah, it's this theme. Wow, that's a nickname. The way JR just invents nicknames on the fly, then never uses them again. Santa playing games.
Center in Salt Lake. You can get your tickets right now at AEWTix.com. Hope to see our friends each and every
I mean, Jesse, Darby and Sting are former AEW World Tag Team Champions. In fact, I believe they're like 17-0 as a tag team. Or something like that.
We've had a great time here in Cleveland. Our friends at Cleveland State University, and here at the
Look who's starting, fellas.
Thanks, we had again.
Darby and Jericho maybe fixing to pick up right where they left off.
An old school guy would say Jericho doesn't respect Darby Allin because he's wearing such a flamboyant.
Are you messing with me, or is it just, or were you just not watching around that time? Did AEW ever have a recap? What did they do with the first? The first, they still put on the show mostly as planned. They did save for the blood and guts. They didn't do blood and guts, but they, yeah. We'll see. If it is a recap episode, we won't watch it. Sting, no, you're retired to WWE, so like this guy.
Springboard off the top. What an elevation. What an arm drag. I'm telling you. Darby Allin is... Oh, the champion needs a break.
A little knobby knee to the ring.
So who's going to... He touched both of his partners there. I'm not sure who Aubrey Edwards, who does a phenomenal job officiating, will allow in.
They're chanting Darby's name here.
Ortiz will kick things off for Santana and Ortiz. And have to remember that Ortiz was planted by John Moxley, that DDT at the foot of the ramp earlier here tonight.
And Ortiz will take on John Moxley here next week on our program from Huntsville.
How did John Moxley agree to that match?
Ortiz feeling himself, okay.
That's right.
Even payday or no payday.
He's a different breed. We're talking about now, it'll be less than a month before his title match.
I'm a genius.
Wow, what's going to happen there?
Isaiah Cassidy, beautiful kick, rocking Ortiz, taking him down.
Yo, Ortiz wearing the good shoes.
When in the tails, Cassidy,
Inverted atomic drop got Ortiz. The unorthodox nature of Private Party is hard to follow.
I think that was just a rumor. Never saw that confirmed anywhere by official sources or anything like that.
They complement each other, but they also trust each other. You can tell that.
It definitely did feel like the way it was set up is like Darby was slated to win the title, and they decided, you know what, maybe we don't do that.
Both these teams coming up through the New York independent wrestling scene. Santana and Ortiz predating Private Party by a couple years still.
Nice missile drop kick.
Ortiz showing off the Tiger style.
Ortiz is a tough dude now. You want to see a real fist fight? That's going to be next week. Moxley and Ortiz.
And actually, our movie coming up at the top of the hour, fist fight.
Amazing how
Coincidentally.
that works.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Almost
Tony?
like we knew what we were doing. Santana comes in, beautiful scoop and a slam.
Just call me the Sultan of Segway.
Almost like we had notes in front of us. Almost.
Man,
All
the tag. Now Jericho more than happy to accept the tag when Mark Quinn is being decimated.
And this will be
smart, actually.
Yes, very smart, and that's why Chris Jericho.
Can you imagine how much money will go to the winner and how much money is at stake on February 29th when Jericho defends the title against Moxley? There's a lot of money going to change hands, I'm going to tell you.
Interesting. It's the type of match I was talking about. What, on this morning's New Japan show, the convoluted gimmick? Nah. This is just a six-man tag match.
Santana and Ortiz get upended there by Mark Quinn.
Unorthodox counters, in my opinion, Tony. Well, they're different, and I'm not saying it's bad or nothing.
And now Cassidy, he makes the tag in, ducks under Ortiz, rolls him up into a pinning predicament, only a 2 count.
You don't see many pinning predicaments like did I say predicament? Predicaments like that.
Look at this. Cassidy rolls through, comes underneath, captures the leg.
No?
And now
Okay, that was smooth. And then right back into the crucifix. We're bringing some mat grapples to the game.
We're talking about Aubrey's officiating. She can see both shoulders very clearly in that pinning combination.
Isaiah Cassidy up on the shoulders now of Ortiz.
Victory roll? Nice. Spoon tag, yeah, we're the last two to tag and wins.
Makes his way to the corner. Jericho with the blind tag in.
Jericho will be legal. I don't think.
Santana eats a boot on the floor.
I don't think Kennedy's aware of that, but he'll be made aware momentarily.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Jericho intercepted Cassidy.
What if the match is theoretically won without ever tagging out? One of these days, I will play Darby in a game of skate just so I can give Darby a loss on his right. Damn, you're ready to go, are you? I was watching some of your skateboard videos yesterday as well. Well, actually, this morning. Sorry. When these New Japan shows, my perception of time gets messed up. Days of these New Japan shows, my perception of time gets messed up. No. Knowing him, he'd be a good sport about it if you were to get one up on him.
That snap suplex on the floor has Isaiah Cassidy rattled and returns turns his carcass.
Big haunts. Skated, I could barely do a varial. What are you talking about? Last time I skateboard, I could barely do a kickflip stationary. I could barely ollie while moving.
They're building, they're growing.
Hell yeah.
It's a faction of distinction, without a doubt.
This is a six-man tag.
Nice.
It's a six-man tag, which means obviously 3 on either side, but there are also 2 others down below. And let's not forget, Santana and Ortiz earlier tonight brought out some other guys as well.
Who were those?
Fucking what?
They got to be lurking somewhere in the back.
All right. This is a kid. Like, all right. I'll learn how to walk, but first let me figure out this running thing.
And now Ortiz tagging in as Santana holding up Cassidy in that vertical super.
Yep, here we go.
Handoff. And the blood is rushing to the brain.
Jericho
My turn to stall the suplex.
Drop somebody on their head.
This will neutralize any high flying you want to do.
All that blood draining to the head, and then when Cassidy is driven down to the canvas, it all suddenly starts rushing back to the extreme.
So watch the ref live? Why the ref?
Isaiah's lucky Jericho's not going for a pin right here because I don't think Isaiah can kick out.
No faith in Isaiah.
Isaiah Kennedy trying to fight back against Chris Jericho in the 6-man tag team main event. There's a roll-up. Kennedy got a near fall. So
He say his name and he appears. Jesse, other Jesse. Bye, Jesse. We defrost. We got both Jessies in one place. Does this actually confirm that they are two different people?
And look to keep that momentum going here tonight.
Private Party and
Another Jesse. There can be only one.
Chris Jericho, Santana and Ortiz.
How it goes, dude? It's good to see you again. So speaking of, but yeah, so to answer the question a little more seriously, my understanding is the scent can take anywhere from like a week to 2 weeks. It's usually a lot quicker down than it is up. I got pulled with the Booker, brother.
Sorry, Jim. It's amazing that Cassie even has anything left after all this.
You're right, Tony.
Youthful resilience.
That's the only thing that's keeping him up right now, or keeping him in the match.
And now tandem offense.
Should know better than anyone. Multiple tabs exist.
Lion salt. Break this, would you?
100%. Hope you're all very much so. Ooh.
Oh, interrupt by Mark Quinn.
Quinn trying to encourage Cassidy to make it over to the corner.
Indeed, I am. And I too echo that sentiment. Not just you, but to everybody.
Santana and Ortiz can continue.
Hope you're in good spirits, my man.
They're going to win this match.
Yeah, they know exactly.
I'm waiting for Jesse to come in on what is effectively the new version of the retros. Just retros, but with AEW instead of 90s wrestling.
Sizing up Cassidy, but Cassidy leaps off the back of Ortiz.
Counter into the Hurricane Rana. A flying foot right to the face. So we see some life there.
Now that I think about it, Jesse, there's still old clips from the Retro WatchaMania days up in the Discord tab. Line stuff from Jericho is really good.
The strange enigma, Darby Allin. Oh, coming in on fire.
Agreed. I can agree with that. Just personally, I didn't see it, but I can agree with that sentiment. Just because I remember the one time we had a lead-in from a basketball game, and a bunch of jaded fans were trying to like rip on him because he had a bad line. So I was on that show. So fucking fast.
Unbelievable. Steps through. You got the cloverleaf.
Oh, look at this. Oh, and a cheat shot by the
Had that Last Supper id. It's a great pin.
When launched up into the air, comes down, hits that reverse kick.
Is it Darby still the legal man?
Darby is, yeah. But Ortiz flattens Mark Quinn.
Becoming a look for the future historians who are studying the social ways of our people.
Again, Darby's a legal man, right?
Yeah, referee Aubrey Edwards needs to regain control of this match.
Okay, the back roll into the cutter.
Beautiful. That was well executed. You're right.
Just classic. And look at Darby. Man, what in his soul, his heart, bigger than the state of Ohio.
Blind tag just when he turned away. That was very slick.
Oh, look at that, Darby.
Oh, Jericho.
One,
the cover's got it. He's going to be the champion. Less than a count away from Darby Allin beating Chris Jericho.
Jericho walks. Oh, and Jake Hager gets taken down.
Darby hasn't forgot what Hager did to him to cost him a title.
And now a coffin drop on
That hurt.
Hager.
On the outside, all the way.
This isn't current. Yeah, it doesn't, as I was mentioning it. Because, yeah, when we hit 500 subs, we started up the All Elite Rewinds, which is, yeah, you know what it is. Oh, joke's on you, Game Over, Jesse. There was already a mutiny. Jesse was overthrown by me.
Give it to the champion, guys. He's been able to escape.
Possibly. I'm kind of lazy.
Yes, sir.
And what a heads-up move by Darby Allin before he did that coffin drop on Hager on the outside. He tagged out to Cassidy. Now Jericho reverses the Irish whip. Cassidy steps.
Oh, he's done.
Oh, boy, that knocked him out. That is it.
This is true. Put it out by the board of directors. Nah, he is not doing that Devon cell. Devon will be overthrown by the Fox. Thanks, right? New collision, guys. Yes, we confuse it to Super Jesse and be unstoppable. No, you got to be Super Jesse 17.
You know when they anybody can beat him. I'm talking about in a six-man tag, in a basic tag team competition.
The Inner Circle on such a roll here.
But yes, that is a not so much of a bomb drop.
Can John Moxley make it through the next month?
Well, that's a good question. But let's turn this thing around. It could work both ways, fellas.
This is what we were doing.
It could work both ways.
Change my name. Jesus. Jesse, but with an I.
The Inner Circle, as if they hadn't done enough already.
Jesse.
The mad ball, yeah, to the
Da-da.
The baseballs in the shot.
Da-da-da-da.
Nothing but a brawl here in Cleveland.
The mugging is what it is.
Yeah, why are they choosing to beat him down like this?
Have the upper hand.
Whipping Darby across the spine with the
Oh my gosh.
that World Championship title belt.
You can just call it.
Inner Circle seem to be untouchable.
Wait.
Oh, that running low blow knee strike from Hager.
Man, Darby Allin is being physically dissected by the Inner Circle.
It would be just no.
Oh, Sammy just said, I got this. What the hell? What are we doing here?
Oh my God! Oh no! The hard edge of that.
Jesse.
Maybe in the spleen.
Oh no!
The best. The best.
Skateboard right into the throat. Driven right into the throat. With no remorse. Not giving a single damn about maybe ending a kid's career. We don't know.
You're exactly right, JR.
Why not? Jesse doesn't exist at that time because of the Android. That is the issue. Right, yeah.
Enough is enough.
Stay is the biggest hater.
Hey, there's Moxley.
Hater Rhea. His throat. Yup. Who just barely avoided Sammy there. What is the simulation?
But the damage has been done to Darby Allin, and Moxley has a conscience. At least we know
Make his career. Let's come. Not that deep.
I
I mean, driving a wood, metal, whatever into somebody's esophagus, that can end a career, I'd imagine. You know, my partner at work tonight is also named Jesse. This is wild. Jesseception. But yes, y'all, that was AEW Dynamite from 2020. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. It's been some fun antics. We'll be back at it again. Jesseception. We'll be back at it again next week. Same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. BST. Yes, please do leave a thumbs up here, y'all. We got quite a bit going on, as you may have seen mentioned in chat. Co-host on the way. Of course, we got ourselves Dynamite tomorrow. Best of Super Juniors Thursday morning over on the WM Plus Network. Subscribe to that channel, by the way. And coming on down the pipeline on Saturday Collision, I will be joined by my new co-host Wyatt right here in chat. You'll be hearing me mention this a few times as well. You can already see thumbnails scheduled and stuff like that. It's interesting because it's going to be the first time I've had a watch-along co-host since Jesse Chapman here. It's been like 2 years and some change. So it's going to be a fun time. Do come by and see what the vibes are like with not one host, but two. And yes, see where it goes from there. But that's all from me, y'all. Do check the live tab of this channel and WM Plus and make sure you get notified for whatever streams you're trying to catch. But until next time, take care and happy wrestling. Peace.